What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one, we got some injury updates as Mike Samerstill talks about Rod Moore, Will Johnson, and McCarthy Page's health. Also, JJ McCarthy drawing comparisons to NFL quarterbacks. We also got some jersey combination rumors for the game against Bowling Green. And we're also going to be talking about some recruiting news as Michigan will be hosting recruits on visits for the game against Bowling Green. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so I first want to start this video by talking about some injury updates. We've been talking about it a lot, but it's the injury updates on McCarthy Page, Rod Moore, and Will Johnson. But Mike Samerstill provided an update on them after practice on Tuesday. He said that Will Johnson was out there, McCarthy was out there too, and I said Rod Moore is still coming back. We've obviously already seen McCarthy Page play a little bit in the East Carolina game. He started in that game, however he did not play against UNLV, and Will Johnson really hasn't seen action, so for him and McCarthy Page to be out there in practice is really good signs. Mike Samerstill said that once the whole secondary is back, the whole pack is back, it's gonna be, I'll just leave it at that. He said, I can't wait to be out there with everybody 100%. And I mean, Michigan's defense has already been dominant, but once they get back Will Johnson, McCarthy Page, and Rod Moore fully healthy, the defense is going to be even more elite. Mike Samerstill also said that guys at practice are stepping up and making sure they're taking advantage of their opportunity to play right now. And he said, as a leader out there, my job is to make sure that they are in the right positions as well as taking care of my job. And he said that he's helping them and they are doing a great job at staying ready. So that's a little injury update on Will Johnson, McCarthy Page, and Rod Moore from two-time Michigan captain and defensive back Mike Samerstill. But now we got some news on the jersey combinations for the game against Bowling Green. It's obviously going to be a night game. It'll kick off at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and it has been revealed that Michigan will be wearing the all-blue uniforms for the night game against Bowling Green. They'll be wearing the blue top and the blue pants against them. So Michigan bringing back out the all-blues for the first time this season. They obviously introduced that look against Washington for the first time in 2021, and they have worn them ever since. Let me know in the comment section down below your guys' favorite Michigan combo. Obviously the classic look with the blue tops and the maize pants is probably the best look out there, but other than the classic look, let me know in the comment section down below what your guys' favorite jersey combinations are. But yeah, Michigan wearing the all blue jerseys for the first time in the 2023 season, and they should look good under the lights against Bowling Green. We'll also get to see Michigan's new light show with the new lighting system, so I'm sure that'll be cool. So if you're going to the game against Bowling Green, it should be a pretty cool atmosphere with the added new LED light system. Now the next thing I'll talk about is JJ McCarthy, as he is now drawing comparisons to starting quarterbacks in the NFL. First off, analyst Matt Miller talking about JJ McCarthy, he said McCarthy was expected to have a very good stat line against UNLV, and he lived up to those expectations. And a scout for an AFC team who was watching the game texted me that McCarthy is a better moving Kirk Cousins, a compliment to his efficient and accurate style of play. He says he has a quarterback rating of 96.1. He stacks up as a late first rounder on my board and is climbing in the race for QB3 behind Caleb Williams and Drake May. There's no doubt JJ McCarthy has looked stellar so far this season, and I'm sure there's more coming. Jim Harbaugh also talked about Andrew Luck comparisons. He said, I hate to compare, right? But very much like Andrew Luck, a quarterback that's once in a generation. We kind of all said it when JJ McCarthy committed to Michigan and came here. We all knew the talent that he had, and we all knew that it was a once-in-a-generation talent as soon as he got here and started to play in the Michigan uniform, and he is absolutely off to a fantastic start to the 2023 season. And speaking of Michigan's success so far this year, I wanted to mention what the Bowling Green's head coach Scott Loeffler said about Michigan. Now, first off, he is returning back to Michigan as he was a quarterback for Michigan from 1993 through 96, and he was on the staff during the national championship season in 1997 and returned as quarterbacks coach in that time. There's also Michigan ties across the Bowling Green staff. So as you can imagine, Loeffler was really complimentary of Michigan's 2023 team. Talking about Michigan, he said, "We've watched all the Michigan film. They are a playoff team." He said, "Coach Harbaugh and his staff, I really believe, have done a wonderful job recruiting some of the best talent that I've seen at Michigan. They are super well coached, they are developed, and most importantly, they play the game the way it's supposed to be played." They said, "Super excited for our kids to go into that great stadium and compete versus a national championship type of team." And he said, "There's not a position on the field that you see that has weakness. I think they are way better than they were last year." And he said they are violent, super athletic, and he said that I think JJ McCarthy is outstanding. So that's what Bowling Green head coach Scott Loeffler said about Michigan. And there's been a couple of coaches, even the UNLV coach said that Michigan, if there's any weakness on the team, that he has not found it yet. So Michigan has been impressing other coaches, and other coaches have been talking very highly of Michigan this year, as they should. Next thing I want to talk about is some recruiting news a little bit, as Michigan will be hosting recruits on visits for this weekend's game against Bowling Green. We obviously had that 2-game recruiting visit ban. Michigan is going to be hosting a couple recruits, and one of them is the 2025 3-star athlete Elijah Dotson from Detroit, Michigan. He announced on Twitter that he will be at Michigan this weekend for the game. Michigan will also be hosting Quinn Morris, the little or younger brother of Tyler Morris. And then 4-star running back Jordan Marshall and 4-star offensive tackle Luke Hamilton will also be in Ann Arbor for the game this weekend. And I'm sure there'll be a couple more recruits coming in for visits this weekend for the game against Bowling Green. And then real quick, I also wanted to mention about Montrez Walker, the 3-star 2025 ex-Michigan commit, as he announced on Twitter, or I should say X now, but he decommitted from Michigan. I posted it in a community post, so I'm sure a lot of you guys already know, but it was just a couple weeks ago, or about a month ago, when he tweeted that he still wanted teams to recruit him, and his recruitment was basically still open, even though he was committed to Michigan. So we kind of expected this a little bit since he tweeted that out, but I'm sure Michigan will still be going after him. He's obviously from the Georgia powerhouse Buford High School. I wanted to close this video up by talking about Tyler Morris, the Michigan sophomore wide receiver, as Michigan has found a new reliable wide receiver. He had 3 catches for 40 yards in the win over UNLV, and Tyler Morris said being able to find open spaces, knowing what the quarterback is looking for, understanding down and distance, and doing what you can to get open anytime the quarterback needs it. And Mike Sanderson also talked about him. He said, "I love Timo's game a lot. I feel like he's going to be a really great receiver." And I'll say on Saturday, actually, he was 100% on 3rd downs when the ball was thrown to him. He's also wearing Ronnie Bell's number 8, and he kind of looks like another Ronnie Bell. And so he is becoming a reliable target for JJ McCarthy. But other than that, that is going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. But other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.